Um, Cliff Hughes, as a nationwide, has sought to welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Please remember to like and share. Cliff Hughes has sought to, try and tear down Isaac Buchanan. But the more them attack, is the more them look stupid. You understand? And listen, let me just play this and play some of what Jerry Bryan said, and then me give my commentary. Hey, listen. When I got tired of this Isaac face here, I don't know if some people remember, but the man of God, Mark Stewart, prophesied over Isaac Buchanan in East Portland before him win at East Portland. And more, I want those who don't remember to go and go back with a list. Why you think Isaac Buchanan gets so much attack? It's spiritual, ladies and gentlemen. Much like Mark Golin, he is a serious threat. He is a serious threat to the plots and plans of this wicked government, because he knows the law and he educates the people on the law and he fights for the people. Amen. So here comes the attack, when they should be focusing on defending the rights of the Cooper's Bend people. Nationwide, George Davis mock the people. See people and not leave it alone. You remember that? And then he sought to defend it and try to send insult towards people that analyzed it for what it was. Despicable. Despicable. And, Nikisha Burchell did an awesome job, ladies and gentlemen, of rubbing him out with the facts. Big up Miss Nikisha Burchell, this out. Salute. You know what I mean? But let's get into this, guys.
Well done to the chairperson there. We pass Katie.
Here are 5 rules on how to start AI trading, Habibi. Rule 1.
Big up to Alan Bernard for winning that position. Shout out to Alan Bernard. Very happy for him as well.
He would be dismissed.
I am going to give my rebuttal and then I open the phone line, because this is just despicable. Listen carefully, my people.
Isaac Buchanan encouraging some people, because he can't appeal to some people. He would be dismissed. But some people will listen. And there you have him, encouraging people to lie and to commit a crime. If you don't know, choppy line pandem means scam. That is what they say in the streets. That's a term they use, choppy line pandem. And this man continues to sit in the House of Representatives, and his party leader has not said a word in the public square about that piece of video where Mr. Buchanan has not denied or sought to somehow explain his despicable behavior. Mr. Buchanan makes laws. He's an officer of the law, as an attorney at law.
I'm sorry, I don't have as much patience as Jerry. Sir, do you know that Marissa Dalrymple was convicted of a crime? She lied to the Integrity Commission. Do you know that? I didn't hear anybody from Nationwide saying how dare her run for office. Huh? She's a lawmaker, you know? Did you forget? Did you know that Xavier May is also investigated run afoul where the Integrity Commission is concerned? Andrew Wheatley, where were you to push back about Andrew Wheatley? 160 plus $1 million, unexplained. Illicit enrichment recommended charges. Where were you? And you want to talk about a statement that you guys put out of context. The irony of it all. And there's a little more people. There's a whole list of people in the job. The Prime Minister himself cannot explain him well. Where is the pushback from Nationwide to say, you are not the standard that should be? Listen, the fact of the matter is this, and just to end this, all the people in the Jamaica Labour Party that should resign before this incident that you say is, a credible reason for him to be removed, how about you start advocating for those people to go first, and you see when them leave, then we can assess some things and see what. Because when you talk about writers and nonsense in terms of this chapter line, and the man has explained it several times on several different platforms, and you guys have totally put it out of context, only to divert from the real issues that is going on. The fact that people can't find food to eat under the government that promised prosperity. Colleen, how you doing? No, for real, I really believe that aliens kidnap. Something is wrong with that. Real talk. But let's continue. Trust me, there's more I gotta say, but I'm gonna let him talk his foolishness.
Yes, an attorney at law proposing to the Jamaican public to break the law by engaging in the illegal activity of scamming. An attorney at law. And
And yeah, I really want Isaac to sue them because context really does matter. Did he say that they should go and call somebody and dial and take their money? Did he say that? I really wish Isaac sued them still. But Isaac have so much fun in plate, like, sending people to school and college and all type of stuff. Healthcare in East Portland without the help of the government. Roads, schools, school supplies, football league. The man busy doing real things to affect people's real lives and bringing hope and, income, collateral, business, the economy, boosting the economy in East Portland, bringing excitement to sports and entertainment. And, it's great. Keep talking about him. All you guys are doing is boosting his likability, and hey, it's gonna blow up in your faces. One of these days you're gonna bow down and kiss the feet of Isaac Buchanan. Mark my words.
there have been a number of attorneys at law who went out of their way some years ago to vouch for Mr. Buchanan to be admitted to the bar after 2 previous convictions for drug running. Trafficking drugs, cocaine, twice charged and convicted and spent time in prison.
Hey, who mans is this?
And a number of attorneys said, let us give him an opportunity
Who mans is this?
to rehabilitate and become a better citizen of Jamaica. And Mr. Buchanan's conduct has embarrassed those attorneys at law and the profession. He's an absolute disgrace to the legal profession. Not to
But Cliff Hughes, you're absolute disgrace to the media profession. A lot of us would like for you to just go. You and the entire staff of Nationwide. Leave. You never know. You know what? Grant us that request. Take one yourself. End Nationwide. Or should I say the Jamaica Labour Party media house. Grant us that request and maybe we'll think about what you're talking about. Maybe what you say could have any credibility. But you know, we have more things to say about nationwide. Let's continue.
Mention to the Parliament of Jamaica, and not a word from the president and leader of his party, Mark.
We could stop right there. I'm getting to see that this has now become a smear campaign for attorney at law, member of parliament, Mr. Isat Buchanan. Yes. For weeks now, nationwide continue to grapple over what was said by the member of parliament. Let me just remind you, I know everybody heated, and on soon get the number for calling. Just let me break the ice first, and then you can call the program.
But instead of telling you about how amazing Toonby really is, why don't I just show you? Let's say you want to.
What nationwide is trying to do is to turn the narrative from what the state has done to the people of Cooper's Bend to try to shift the focus on to Isaac Buchanan. Yeah? If you say an attorney at law endorsing lottery scam, that is Cliff's interpretation, not Jamaica's or Jamaica's interpretation. That is Nationwide News Network interpretation. Yeah? Isaac is the spokesman.
And that's the key thing about it. It's his interpretation of what Isaac Buchanan said. That's all it is. His interpretation. That's how he took it. So he's focused on his interpretation of what Isaac Buchanan said, but not about what is actually happening in the lives of the people in Cooper's Bend. Why didn't he say anything to George Wright when he talked about Kukutu or whoever he talked about, said them supposed to, them should have remixed the song. And then try to twist it that, it had nothing to do with that and people are looking to prostrate attention and all these things. We are in the business of attention. Who prostrate attention like nationwide? Come up with some creative, misleading titles for them articles. Come and ask questions at press conferences that has nothing to do with the press conference. Yeah, may I tell you. But knowing Isaac still, God and time, you know the mantra.
And on youth and human rights. He was angry the way the state treated these individuals. Yeah? And if he spoke in a language where the youths are using today, choppy line, yes, context really matters. The member for East Portland made it absolutely clear. He was on my program a few days ago and he even clarified again. But here is Cliff Hughes, an arm of the Labour Party, like a dog with a bone. Yes, and I hope Isaac no answer him, make me do all of the answering, make the bloggers them answer Cliff. Don't answer, and I hear you a call Mark Jefferson holding name. I hope Marky G no peep pan you, neither. No. When I hear Cliff say Isaac is
anytime the PNP have one express conference, you see that, but I better than him, Shaban, whatever I want him. Members, I'm tell you, I'm going to ask the question. And again, Marky G, me personally, I not give you no advice. You know what I mean? I've seen you this man to that man question so many times. You got yourself, Marky G. Continue to do great work.
what? Endorsing lottery scamming by using the term choppy line. In case you were probably off the island or you never hear what Isaac said clearly. Yes, he used the sentiments choppy line, chop them. Because he want the people who were affected by the state to understand them rights. That what your government did to force the people them to leave by bulldozering down their properties, they have the right. And if it means he's going to speak in a language where them can understand, to chop the government, chop them blouse and skirt, yes. Because
Listen, from a big man level, right? The government of Jamaica has chopped the people them $3 trillion. There's over $3 trillion that's unaccounted for. The Jamaica Labour Party has chopped over $3 trillion. Let's really talk about it. So the whole of them needs to resign. Ain't nobody talk about that. And it's more than $3 trillion as a matter of fact. According to the Auditor General report, there is over $3 trillion unaccounted for. That means there's no receipts for the money. Them chop it, fully chop. Amen. We heard the councillor for Rosie talking about accusing Donovan Williams of chopping the line when it comes to road works and film cut of the money and all of them something. Not my word, we have the tape, we can play it right now if you want. I'll make sure some of them thing there now on file now. Yeah man. OBS videos. Yeah man. All of them there now on file. So anytime you're ready, me just pull it up and press play. You feel me I deal with? All of them audio there. So the government of Jamaica has chopped the line of the people in so many ways. Andrew Wallace made a 100-day promise to trick the people and win the election in 2016. And after him chop the people them again, him chop the line, him chop the political line, and we get chopped. From 2016 he's been chopping peer promises, right? And him same one. Now I have to play that look audio. No, I have to play that look audio because this is come out of Andrew Wallace. Hey, me tell you, say Andrew, it better you go slow, you know. You know, say, London 45 say, brother, it better you go on your bed. Believe when me tell you, it even make no sense, brother. To all the truth and the law catch up on you, I would strongly encourage you to go on your bed. Just go on your bed, brother. Resign. Big man thing. Give it up. Give up the ghost, so to speak. The ghost of election and politics. Just give up the ghost. Remember this, ladies and gentlemen.
Every single Jamaican now who bought that false promise, who bought that false hope, is now saying this is the wickedest, liarest government we have ever seen in the history of Jamaica.
So don't
Every single Jamaican now who bought that false promise, who bought that false hope, is now saying this is the wickedest, liarest government we have ever seen in the history of Jamaica.
So Andrew, that means that you are the wickedest, liarest government the country has ever seen in the history of Jamaica. Fee amount of promise that you make from 5 and 4. And then you were chastising the Mama P government about the NHT money and saying that I robbed the banker. But you have been chopping the banker, Andrew Wallace. And the circumstances that Mama P was put in by your government is not the circumstances you are in right now for you to be chopping the people. Mama P made it temporary, and you keep repealing, you keep putting back the law in place for you to abuse and steal our tax dollars from the NHT that is supposed to be there to help us to have homes. But instead of us getting homes through NHT, you chop the line and chop the money for what you want to do with it. And you guys coming talking about chopping the line? The devil is a liar.
because many of them are going to say a lie, them I tell you don't live here. Where is your fixed address? Isat said, pop off a bed foot, pop off a bed head, and carry it, go show them as the proof that they have destroyed, property and no belongings. That is the proof. chop the government and get a house, that them destroy and damage what you called home. So guess what? Chop them and get a brand new house. He spoke in a language where the average man can understand.
And you know, when you look at this situation, one of the brutal things about it, you know, is that lawyers, when sitting down and counseling their clients, this would be a conversation, you know, the full benefit that they can get from the situation, you know, and that's pretty normal. Furthermore, Cliff Hughes is acting like, say, the money that the people them will be getting is coming out of him pocket. Cliff Hughes, remember say your nationwide and taxes, you know, is toxic, you know. The relationship with nationwide and taxes is toxic. Try remember that. And we're gonna get to that later on in the program, as you can see the title of the show. Amen. But in the meantime, please like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen.
He spoke a language where the youths are using today. So to see this I ridicule the man. And I come and talk about what? Mr. Isat's conduct embarrass attorney at law and the legal profession. Let me ask you something. And he went further to say, Isat embarrassed the parliament. Use the phrase, chop the line. Jamaica people understand what Isat mean. You are saying these things because you have your own political agenda. But listen, everybody can find out what nationwide is all about. Yes. And so, Jamaica, when I hear Cliff Hughes, I'll drag the political leader, Mark Golding, into it, talking about not a word from the leader concerning Isat. He went into the young man's past to remind him of his past. Huh? Let me ask you something, Cliff Hughes.
Yeah, she's the one I told you about.
That was a very low blow from Cliff Hughes to go into Isat Buchanan's past, but it's something that they'll forever use to try and weaponize against Isat Buchanan, no matter how long ago it was, and the fact that you know, it's not like he has done something that is against the law while he is now an MP. But we have several members of the Jamaica Labour Party that has done things that would be deemed unlawful, that is in positions of unexplained wealth, that when the evidence come out, the unlawfulness of it will be staggering. We have people there that has lied to the Integrity Commission, no integrity, right? We have person that has beat their spouse, captured on camera, still representing the party, and the women them still stand up and get around them and support them and all of these things. You can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make this up.
Yeah? Because you say Isat Buchanan makes laws. And he's encouraging people to lie and break the law. Because he tell the individuals who were affected, yeah, to chop the line. That was an analogy, a term. Carry the proof, go show them that the state destroyed their homes. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Jada. Shout out to Jada. How you doing, my darling? I just seen you there. My bad, I wasn't looking at the Yo, Jada is active in the chat. Yo, Jada ain't playing. Hey, Jada, you can call me, you know, if you want to call and give you 2 cents. May I give you 3 minutes or 5 minutes to go and blaze them. Call me on WhatsApp now, man, and talk your mind. Call me and tell you I got hard in the comment section.
We understand. That is not encouraging a lie, Cliff. What the Jamaican people understands is that the Prime Minister is the one that continue to chop the people. When your Prime Minister did come tell me, say, I'm going to pay you with $32,000 a week. And for the first term of the first year, I beg your pardon, minimum wage are going to move from $15,000 to $18,500. And long before Hurricane Melissa came, he said that now going to happen. Who chopped the people them, Cliff? I want you to answer me this afternoon, cause me no want when me open up the phone lines. The labor rights them as a ex and are looking forward for what they want name? Nephew to call. Cause nephew, you know what? I don't want to say.
Hold on, so nephew, all I go after this program. You know what I notice? It is a coordinated effort by the labor right them. You see, program them when them see have whole heap of people I watch them in a big numbers. They go to try and spread their influence there once them have an opportunity. In the comment section and spread their narrative there, or they do it by calling it. May I tell you? That I want me notice. It is a coordinated attempt by them. But me now about that no more. Listen, we go on the next topic about Cliff Hughes. One Isat Buchanan here. Never two. And when I got tired of seeing face. Can't get him out of the race, Cliff Hughes. We are not sorry. We are not sorry, alright? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, people, chop the government because here we go on. You see, in law, once you operate within the law, you have the right. But you see, you can't have the right and give it away. So, if we should say that the company was in the right, what I mean, New Falmouth Resort Limited, they was in the right and the police was in the right to defend them, their rights. You can't then violate the people them that is on the land rights because they still have rights. It's the same argument about persons that are considered criminals. Yeah, you consider them criminal, you want them to come in, but that doesn't mean that the police have the right to take them life without it being the last resort. You understand? And that's a fact. It's the same thing with the people in Paleland. Yes, them are quote unquote what they call squatters or them being undocumented settlements, whatever the case might be. Right? But that doesn't mean that they don't have rights. That doesn't mean that they can't wake up the people at 3 o'clock in the morning. And which MP that is for the people would not be angry. And I'm not talking about the ones that are performative. I'm talking the ones that genuinely have a soul, like Isat Buchanan, who wouldn't be angry. A 3-day-old baby. Do you have a soul? The police them that stood around and allowed that to happen. Do you have a soul? Do you have a mother? Where is your conscience? Do we have zombies walking around in police uniform? It didn't dawn on anybody that was on that operation that this is fundamentally wrong. I cannot be a part of this. Rebel. It didn't dawn on anybody. But you guys want to switch the narrative and try to attack Isat Buchanan. The devil, keep attacking him. It's backfiring in your face. Keep it up, Nationwide. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.